The following episode of Dad vs. Daughter was made possible by a contribution from Asmodee. Hello and welcome to another episode of Dad vs. Daughter. I'm Tim the Dad.
I'm Megan the Daughter.
And today we are playing actually one of the two maps that come in this expansion. This is the France and Old West expansion from Days of Wonder and Asmodee. Today, which one are we going to play, Megan?
Old West.
Old West. And what is the significance of a little character that's in this expansion?
He's an alien.
He is an alien. He's a little Alvin. He's a little green dude.
Yep.
Yeah, and where does he hang out?
In Roswell.
Roswell. We've been to Roswell.
Wait a second, where does he hang out?
And there's all these little green alien heads all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
But this is focused on the southwestern United States, all the way from basically Denver to the coast, and then I guess it does go all the way up to the northwest.
Yep.
As well. And what we're going to do is we're going to have these little buildings that we're going to be able to control towns on. So it's kind of cool. So why don't you check it out?
Okay.
We're already going to assume that you're familiar with how to play Ticket to Ride, so we're not going to go over the basics of that. You're going to, take the cards, play the trains, claim the routes, that sort of thing, score points.
Mm-hmm.
This is a big honking map, and we have got the camera set up about as best as we can in order to show you the whole thing. We realize that part of the scoring track up top is probably going to be cut off, scoring track at the bottom will be cut off, but hey, that just keeps them in suspense, right?
Yeah.
So let's talk about what is new with this. Obviously, this is a new map. And it is double-sided. We have all new tickets,
Yes.
because we have all new destinations. We have the trains from the base game,
Mm-hmm.
but the new things that we have are these little buildings, and these things are going to be placed on towns. And that means we're going to control the town. So we'll talk more about that in a minute. But what we will do to start the game off is we are each dealt 5 ticket cards. We have to choose and keep at least 3. We keep 5, we keep 4, but we have to keep a minimum of 3.
Mm-hmm.
So we have already made those selections. Megan, how many tickets are you keeping?
I'm keeping all of mine.
I am keeping 4 out of my 5.
Okay.
Now, Megan has decided that I will be the first player.
I'm really nice like that.
Yeah, because here's what happens. In a 2-player game, the person who is going last actually gets to place their first building in a town, and you can only have 1 building in a town. So Megan, go ahead and choose your town, and of course you did choose Salt Lake.
Mm-hmm.
I am actually going to choose Boise.
All right.
So the thing with the houses are that when we control those cities, if you connect to a city that the other player owns, instead of you getting points for claiming that route, the other person does.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just say that I make a connection from I had to choose this one, Winnemucca
Sure.
to Salt Lake City, because that would connect to Megan's controlled city. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 would get me 10 points normally, but I would score 0 points and Megan would score the 10 points.
Now, what if I already have control of Salt Lake City? I decide I want to go ahead and claim that town as well.
Now, when you claim a route between 2 cities that Megan owns,
Yes.
Megan would get double the points. So in this case, if Megan put trains down there, she would get 20 points because it's normally 10. She gets to double that, she would get 20. However, if I were to put those down because they are between Megan's 2 cities, Megan still gets the 20 points.
Yep.
Now, here's the situation though. So let's just say that I claim this route from Boise to Winnemucca. It's 3, which would normally be 4 points. Because we both have the controlling cities, then we would each get the points. Now, the thing with the cities is, and we played this wrong the first couple times we played, I went out on BGG and I found, here's the definitive answer. The way this works with houses is you claim your route, you score your points, and then, and only then, can you actually put down one of your buildings. But how do you do that, Megan?
You have to have 2 of the same colored train cars to do that.
And that is in addition to claiming the route. So let's just say that on a previous turn, Megan had claimed the Salt Lake to Winnemucca route. And then she wanted to put a house down there. She would just have to pay an additional 2 cards. Now you could use wild cards. So you could use a red and a wild, you could use a blue and a wild, you could use 2 wild. It just has to basically equal 2 of the same color. So there's one other thing we're doing. We are playing with the Alvin variant.
Just because there is Roswell, so I mean, you might as well have aliens.
Because we have been to Roswell. So the game comes with this neat little Alvin alien head, and he's going to go to Roswell. Now, the first person that goes to Roswell will actually capture Alvin. They're going to get 10 points. And then what they're going to do is they're going to move Alvin to a city that they control. So in this case, let's just say, Megan, you were able to capture him first. You would put that token at Salt Lake City. Now, if I connect to Salt Lake City, I can capture Alvin. I would get 10 points, and then I would get to put him under one of my cities. Whoever has control of Alvin, or whoever has him in basically a city they control at the end of the game, is going to get this Alvin card, which shows that you're going to get an additional 10 points. So that's not bad. Also, whoever completes the most tickets will get the Globetrotter card that is going to be worth 15 points. We also, instead of starting with 45 trains, we're only going to start with 40. So that's another little change from normally what we'd have in the base game. Now, we are actually going to bling this out a little bit. There is a little expansion called Alvin and Dexter. So Alvin obviously is the alien we talked about. Dexter is a dinosaur. We are going to use the Alvin sculpt. So you can see he's on top of he's in a spaceship, he's got a little laser beam, and he's on top of a house. So we're going to use him, and we will put him in Roswell. Hopefully he'll stand up there. One of the other little things with the houses is whenever you claim a route, your route has to be connected to one of your cities. So in order for me to even begin the game, I can only go through these routes that come off my city. Megan is the same way. Now, obviously, once I claim other routes, I can continue onto those routes. And once I place other cities, then I can go off of those cities as well. So that's really the only other difference. Everything else is the same as regular Ticket to Ride. Okay, so we also realize that you cannot see the cards, the train cards that we've got up at the top. So we'll just tell you what we are going to take. So since Dad goes first thing I think I will do is check my tickets to make sure I know where the heck I'm going.
That does help.
All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw 2 cards. Really exciting. But because we like to kind of rub it in, the 2 cards I drew were 2 wild cards.
One of the cards that I got dealt to me was already a wild.
Yeah, well, so did I. So this is not secret information. This is called Dad versus Daughter. And this is one of the things we like to do is we rub it in each other's face when we get wild cards. It's just more fun that way, right?
You know. Let's see. Where do I want to head to, though? I'm going to go ahead and draw from the deck. And look, I drew a wild. And then draw another. Did you put like all the wilds together there?
Well, I didn't mean to. So
Just
choose
curious.
a red. And I'll draw a blind.
Alright. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and draw from the top.
This is a real exciting start.
Draw another. I mean, that's what normally your first couple like turns are, is just trying to get trains.
All right, I'm drawing blind off the top and doing it again.
And I will do the same off the top. And another one off the top.
Yeah, me too.
I mean,
I'm doing it again.
There's not, I mean, our card row.
One.
Our card row is 3 orange, yellow, and a green. So clearly we're not going for those colors. So I'm just drawing off the top again. And I got a wild. Turned into a musical, alright.
Alrighty then.
Are you going to put some trains?
You know, I hate to use my wild ones already, but I'm going to. I'm going to claim Boise to Idaho Falls. That's going to be 3 trains. That will get me 4 points.
Alright. Just 1 for me, please.
All right, I will claim 2. I will go Idaho Falls to Salt Lake
Hey,
City.
thank you though. That's my
Yep.
points now.
That is your points. Gratefully, it's only 2 points.
Well, I'll still take it.
So you can have those 2 points.
Thank you much. I'm gonna go ahead and draw.
Now, obviously, there was a reason why I would need to go to Salt Lake City.
Yep. Ooh, look at that. Another wild. Very nice.
Well, I will draw.
Assuming that was to complete a route, or you just couldn't avoid it. Did you draw 2?
I did draw 2.
I'll draw 2. I really don't use my wilds either.
Yeah.
I might
Oh,
though. Just
there's another one.
jeez, how many are there in the game?
I don't know.
Draw from the top. Still really not getting the colors I want, so I'm probably gonna have to use my wild. Seriously?
Seriously.
I feel like you're drawing all the colors I want.
I
That's
can
why
paint
I'm
with
drawing
all the
from the top.
colors of the wind.
Well, I feel like you can probably paint with the heavy shade since that's not what I'm drawing.
All right, I think I will go ahead and I'm going to use some wild ones here. So there is 4, which is going to get me 7 points. Takes me to 11.
Here?
Nope,
Or
I'm going to go here.
That way, okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead. I gotta play, just so I'm not getting too far behind. There's 2. So, Green River to Casper for 2 points. That's exciting.
You're tearing it up, kid.
I mean, you know, whew. It's a great turn.
Yep. I'm going to go 1. I'm going to go from Bend to Eugene. Eugene.
There's 1 for me as well. Casper to Gillette. I wonder if they sell razors there.
Yeah, they might. I'm going to go 1 from Eugene to Portland.
Alright. Gonna go 2. Casper to Cheyenne.
I'm going to go 2 from Portland to Seattle. Poor Alvin. He's sitting down there in Roswell. Nobody loves him.
Let's do 4. Salt Lake City to St. George.
Okay, we're tied. I'm going to do 3, and I'm going to go from Boise to Winnemucca.
Alright.
4 points for me. Just burn through all my cards, pretty much.
Happens. Uno. Cheyenne to Denver.
I'm going to draw. I'm just going to take 2 orange.
Okay. Another Uno. Denver to Pueblo.
Pueblo. I'm going to spend those 2 orange I just got. I'm going to go from Winnemucca to Carson City, which is another board game I like.
It is a game you like.
You've not had a chance to play that yet.
No, I have not. Go ahead and take 2 black from the draw row there.
I'll take that black and that blue.
Alright. There's 3 black. Pueblo to Santa Fe.
Okay. I will take this blue and another blue.
I'm going to go ahead and take 2 yellows from the draw row.
I think I will draw 1 blind and 2 blind.
There's 3. Santa Fe to Roswell.
All right, so you get to capture old Alvin.
Woo!
He's gonna go Salt Lake City.
He's going to defend it.
He's gonna defend it.
Yep.
This planet is defended.
Well, I mean, Salt Lake City, wasn't that where they went in Thor?
Wasn't that where? No, that was.
Where was that
I
at?
think that was Provo.
Oh, yeah.
Which isn't far from Salt Lake.
Yeah.
All right, I will go claim 4. I'm going to claim between Seattle and Spokane. Or wait a minute. No, I'm not. Not doing that yet.
Okay.
So back that up. Instead, I'm going to take these 2 green from the row there.
Okay. Draw blind and then draw another blind.
All right. Now I will do this. Now I will claim those 4. So that's going to get me 7 points. Takes me to 28, and I will discard 2 green in order to put a claim Seattle as my own. I've been to Seattle.
I have not.
I've been to Seattle actually a couple times. Been up to Space Needle.
Yeah.
But that was when I was a lot younger.
Yeah. I bought a yellow from the draw row, and then I'm drawing blind.
I have 1 city left.
I have 2.
Well, I'm going to draw blind 1 and draw blind 2.
There's 2. Roswell to Las Cruces. Cruces?
Yeah.
I don't know about that name.
I think I'll take this pink. And, you know, I'm going to take that black as
Okay.
well.
And go ahead and draw 2 from the top.
I'll take the pink. And
I feel like you're going
blind.
for pink.
So there's a wild one now in
There is.
the row.
I'm not going to let you have it. I'll take it. Our buy row consists of 3 white and 2 orange.
Drawing blind.
It's very
And
colorful.
another blind.
There's 3. Gillette to Billings.
3 will get you 4 points.
Thank you.
I'm going to go ahead and play 7.
Wow.
And I will
No.
claim between Seattle and Boise.
That's so good.
That is a long route. In fact, it's the longest route that is on the board. 7 points, or 7 trains, actually gets you 18. But because it's between 2 of my cities that I already have established, I get to double that.
Yeah,
That's 36 points. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 puts me to 64.
Yikes. Well, there's 2 in comparison. Billings to Bozeman.
Bozeman. Let's see. Let's go ahead and draw blind and draw blind again.
One. Bozeman to Helena.
I will play 1 and go from Carson City to Sacramento for 1 point, please.
There's 1. Helena to Missoula. I don't think I'm going to be able to complete. I don't have enough trains, I don't think. Yikes.
I am going to draw blind.
Yeah, me as well. Well, actually, no, let's not. Let's take 2 white from the draw.
And I'll take the red and draw blind. And ooh, one.
Take another white from the draw row and draw blind.
Okay. I'll take that black one if you would.
Yep.
Thank you very much. And I'll draw blind.
5. Salt Lake to Winnicuma.
So 5 will get you 10, put you at 41. I think I will play 1. Now we'll go from Sacramento to San Francisco.
Okay.
Did you give me 1?
I did. I'm gonna go ahead and draw 2 blind.
You know what? I think I will draw 2 blind as well.
I'm gonna take a yellow from the draw row. Ooh, there's a wild out, and then I'll draw the other one off the top.
Yeah, you know what? I'll take the wild one. Thank you very much. Ooh.
I'm gonna draw 2 more off the top.
Of course you are. I think I'll do the same. Hate it when you get cards that you just
I'm gonna do the same too.
Do not
It's
want.
not helping me either. Said I really don't want to use my wilds, but I'm probably gonna have to.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna go ahead and play 2. I'm gonna go from San Francisco. Or you know what? No, I don't want to do that.
No?
No.
Okay.
I want to do this.
Okay.
I want to go from Carson City.
The Fresno?
Actually, either way, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It just doesn't matter. Yeah, I'll just go San Francisco to Fresno.
Okay.
2 points, please.
Yeah. 2 for me. St. George to Flagstaff.
Shoot.
What? You're not gonna be able to complete something?
Crud.
Ooh.
I'm running out of trains.
Ooh, I am too. I'm not gonna be able to complete what I want. I'm very much hosed.
Alright.
I'm gonna lose a lot of points.
Alright, so I gotta find out which is the worst points to lose.
Oh, I'm way past that. I know I'm gonna lose just because of what's in my hand. Because I got cut off. And I don't think I'm gonna make it to even complete my other one. I can't with my trains. I don't have enough.
Alright,
Nope.
yeah.
So I'm just losing.
I gotta do this.
Losing 3 routes because I can't complete them.
Here's 5. I'm gonna go from. Shouldn't have played those. Carson City to Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas. 10 points, please. And that triggers the end of the game because I only have 2 trains left. So we each get 1 more turn.
I just gotta get points at this point because I'm not going to be able to do anything.
I didn't even get my 3rd building out.
I can't. It's not even gonna matter. So there's 3 just to get something. So I'm gonna be doubling back a lot. So 3 is what? 4 points.
4 points, yeah.
Which isn't gonna matter in the long run in a minute, but you know.
Yeah. Well, I have 2 trains left. I'll go ahead and I will play and go from Las Vegas to St. George just because it's there. So 2 points for me, please. All right.
Yeah.
So that is the end of the game. We will go ahead and do scoring offline to find out who gets the trophy. So as you can see, Dad gets the Old West trophy. Should be like a cult.
A cult.
Yeah.
That's because I actually, when we started off for scoring, I went into the negatives.
Yeah.
I did not do very well. I was overconfident.
But you did get the Alvin card
Which
because I
didn't
never
help me
did try
much.
to get him. So,
Yeah.
so that got you 10 points right there.
Because I ended the game at 45 points, and I started scoring with losing 46.
Yeah, that
So-
that kind of hurts. I actually completed 3 of my tickets. I did not get to complete my Seattle to Great Falls. Basically, I had to choose, and that route was 1 point more. So that's the only reason why I was able to go from Bend to Las Vegas, San Francisco to Boise, and Portland to Salt Lake. So I ended with 98 points, and you ended with 33 points.
Well, what helped you too is
That
this
was
route.
that's huge.
If you can claim that, you're good.
And I was hoping to. I was actually what I wanted to do was I wanted to get a route here, put that house down, and then claim that. But
Ran
out of trains.
Happens.
I really shouldn't have messed with those 2 trains, and then I would have been able to actually complete that route, which would have been all my tickets. But that's neither here nor there. So now let's get to what we think. All right, Megan, since the old man won the Old West, I'm actually going to let you go first.
Okay. Well, I like it. I mean, I like Ticket to Ride on its own as a game. I think it's kind of cool, the Old West theme, but like the Old West is not like my favorite genre. I know it's more yours. You kind of really like the Old West type games.
I like Old West board games.
Yeah. So I mean, for theming, this one's probably not my favorite. But I mean, I'll play it because I mean, I like Ticket to Ride. I think the little Alvin kind of thing's cool, but in a 2-player game, we normally don't fight over him. Because normally, if one person claims him, then I mean, you have him the rest of the game. We don't really come into much contact with that, and kind of like we said earlier, the little houses are a bit confusing at first. Once you do understand it, I mean, they do benefit you with points, like you saw with him, but. I mean, it's not my favorite of the Ticket to Rides.
Yeah, I actually thought what you were going to try to do was go down and kind of loop around and put your other house there so you could score those as doubles.
I couldn't do what I wanted at all, so it didn't really matter.
Well, and since I started with Boise as one of my places, I thought if I do that, then I'm guaranteed I'm probably going to get this because I'm going to be able to get my trains up there, put that second city down, and then claim that bonus. But no, we really like Ticket to Ride. I like this map. Does it offer a lot over the normal Ticket to Ride? No, not really. But this is kind of another little twist, having these little houses so that you claim the cities. The board is tighter, I think, and we've not played this with more than 2 players. Now, the game also does come with the white trains so that you can bump this up to 6 players, and you'll notice that there are some spots that will allow you to have 3 different trains going through there, but in a 2-player game you're only going to be using one of those. And we pointed this out during our unboxing of this. I like the look of the map. Now obviously this is the western United States, and if you don't look too close, the stuff that's in the background on the map kind of is obscure. It's almost invisible, but when you start looking closely, you can see it, the name of the state spelled out, and the art that's on there. Like here's a locomotive, here's like a little church. Megan, look at that in Utah.
Yep.
Monument Valley. So, which we've been at. We've been to several of these places. We've been to Grand Junction. We've been to Denver. We've been to Albuquerque. We've been to Roswell.
Yep.
We did not see Alvin and Roswell.
No, we didn't go to Area 51.
We've been to Flagstaff. I've been to Vegas. I've been to Seattle. I've been to Spokane. But no, I think it's really cool. So people are going to say, well, do I really need to buy this?
I would say no. I would buy, the UK one because I mean that's my favorite though.
No, I would highly recommend this. One, because this is a dual map pack. On the flip side of this board is France.
So I mean that is kind of the cool thing because you do have France, which we will play eventually and get a video out.
But we're not talking about France right now. We're talking about the Old West, and I really enjoy this. I like I said, the little twist that the buildings add. I am curious to see how this plays with more players because I think it's going to get really tight. I think the Alvin thing with more players, he's going to change hands because you're going to have more buildings out there. You're going to be forced, I think, to go to the other players' cities. Here, we pretty much kind of stayed away. The only reason why I went to Salt Lake was because it was one of my destinations. I think, with the exception of all but one game, you've always claimed Salt Lake City as your starting city.
Pretty much.
But I've usually gone elsewhere. But like I said, I already gave my reasons for claiming Boise. But no, I really like this. I highly recommend this. It's cool. The Alvin and Dexter thing, like I said, we got little Alvin there. He's cool, and he didn't fall over.
No.
So if you've got this already in your collection, here's another reason that you can use him. Plays different than what the Alvin and Dexter expansion does. So like I said, just another way to get him involved. But that's pretty much it for the Old West. So like Megan said, we will be bringing you the flip side of this, France, at some point very soon. So we will catch you guys next time.
Bye.
If you would like to support us, you can visit patreon.com/dadvdaughter.
Like and follow us on Facebook to stay current on our show schedule, sneak peeks at future shows, and to interact with us.